Alright, so today I'm going to be removing the smog pump on my 1990 F250 here with a 460 engine. And currently the lines down by the catalytic converter are not connected to anything. They're just plugged off and this pump is still making noise. So we're going to take it out. So the first thing you're going to want to do is loosen up this alternator here so that way you can pull this belt off. So I already loosened it up a little bit. Let's see. Start to pull right off. And we should be able to pull it around the fan. So next, once the belt is off, you can go ahead and remove this top bolt that is on the pump itself. Right down here so it'll focus. That guy right there, which is in a little bit of a tight spot, so I'm using a ratcheting wrench. It's a 9/16 size. Alright, so you can kind of squeeze that bolt by with some persuasion. It does hit on the pulley a little bit, but you know, if you work at it a little bit, it'll come off and it'll hit the pulley, but that's okay. It'll still fit out. So in getting these lines off, I'm going to start with this guy here, just to get it out of the way. And it looks like we have a clamp on the back side. You can see right up there is the bolt for it. So just going to get a ratchet and loosen that, and hopefully these come right off. So I got the pump out here. Those hoses basically come off pretty easily as long as you get the clamps loose enough. And it should just slide right out. So the reason why I said to do the take the mounting bolts off before the actual lines is just so that you can maneuver it around, hopefully get the lines off a little easier. So now once all those are off, this mechanism right here is not really doing anything. So I'm gonna take this whole thing off. We're gonna have to take it off here, and you could even rip out these lines as well, which I may wind up doing. But basically come down here, could be two bolts, two nuts I guess, that hold these two, I don't even know what these are, but these two things on, and we should be able to just rip them right out. So I got all that stuff removed, just unbolts real easy, and then you can take it off from right here. You can also rip all that stuff out as well, but this pink line that goes over here to, I'm not actually sure what this sensor is, but it comes in right there. So I'm actually gonna get a plug from the auto parts store to plug that up. But in the meantime, I just put a bolt in it just so I can start it and run it. So then once you're ready to put the belt back on, this is the belt that I used. Seems to work and fit right. It's a 6-rib belt. And I guess you can see the dimensions on there. So once you have that on there, I like to just use a pry bar, pull the alternator over, again with everything still loose. Make sure that's nice and tight, and then once you get it nice and tight, you can tighten down those bolts. All right, so with that belt on, truck seems to run great. That thing's not making any noise anymore. I'll show you guys. Everything's working good. Now, this truck is a 1990 model year, so I'll show you guys. No check engine lights pop up on the dash. I didn't have to bypass anything for that to happen. But really, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe since this is pre-OBD2, it has OBD1. That's why it doesn't have a check engine light. So if you have, you know, an OBS style truck where it's, you know, you have OBD2 and you delete the smog pump, I do think it'll throw a check engine light, but I could be wrong. So that's going to be pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.